Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, November the 19th market update. On the economic front, weekly jobless claims came in at 505,000, which was in line with the 504,000 consensus. Blackstone's Pinnacle Food is buying Birdseye for $1.3 billion. AOL Time Warner announced it plans to lay off 1/3 of its workforce. Nice. Not. Dell reported a big earnings miss after the close. It reported 23 cents earnings per share. Analysts estimated 28 cents earnings per share. Revenue was light as well, coming in at 12.9 billion. Estimate was 13.18 billion. Dell is currently down a little over 90 cents and about 6%, down about 6%. So that we want to keep an eye on Hewlett Packard, which is HPQ. They will report after the close this coming Monday, November the 23rd. That way we'll have kind of a better idea if it's an industry-wide issue or if it's just Dell. So keep an eye on Hewlett Packard, HPQ reporting Monday. The dollar closed up slightly. Gold was also up slightly. Silver was flat. Copper and oil both closed down. Oil was down a little over $2 to settle at $77.46 a barrel. Let's go over and take a look at the Dow. On the 9-month daily, Dow closed down 93 points to 10,332. S&P closed down 14 points to 1,094. And NASDAQ closed down 36 points to 2,156. S&P had the smallest percent loss at 1.34%. So let's over here back to the chart here. Looking at 6 month, we keep talking about this, that we knew this, we had this resistant line up here, still is. As you can look at the candle, the market was lower during the day, and then the last hour or so, some buying kicked in. That's why you can see this moving up. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. We may try to go up and then down. It's hard to tell. I think we actually may, pull back a little more. You can see we've touched here a couple times. We could have kind of a first level of support here, maybe around that 10,200 on the Dow. One of the things that concerns me on the Dow, which actually kind of all the charts look the same. Let's look at the 60-minute chart. Let's look at the RSI and the MACD. RSI is starting to turn up a little bit here on the Dow. This MACD is lower than this MACD from here, from this, even though this is higher than this. So the MACD is lower than this. We may turn up. Let's see if I can get this on here. It may turn up, and okay, it doesn't like it. Nice. Well, come back here and touch, and then roll over. So we may come back up here and try to go up, like tomorrow. And then maybe next week continue to pull back. I'm not sure exactly how deep. Like I said, first I'd watch 10,200. Then we'll kind of go from there. Let's go back and look at the 9-month. Let's look at the SPX. Same with the SPX. Doesn't look too bad either. Said we did get some buying in the day. If this plays out, we've had this, we actually kind of have a megaphone top kind of formation going on here a little bit right there. You can see if this plays out and eventually, we go up and then come back down or whatever. If this breaks right here, we've come down here and touched here several times, so it could serve as support, which is around the 1,050 or so. If that breaks and this plays out, we're probably going to wind up down here around the 950, back around 950 again. We should have some good support in that area, so let's keep an eye on that. Let's look at gold. Gold cruising higher. I do want to remind everybody, this gold just keeps going up and up. Silver is also You know, silver's kind of caught itself. It was selling off during the day and then caught itself. Looks like it's going to try to turn and go back up. When this stuff starts filling off, any of these commodities, when they start selling, I mean, we've had big moves. Silver's consolidated for a while, but gold really didn't have that much. I mean, had a little consolidation here, but it's pretty much, sorry, I run past that. So this stuff's probably going to sell off really hard. So you might want to take some of your gold profits on the way up and just leave some of it on to keep, to run. But you can always get back in. ABX, Barrick Gold, it was selling off. They started, during the day, and they actually started buying it. I'm actually, disclosure, I do own this one in my portfolio, so it looks good. I was worried about BP as well today. It did pull back a little bit, but they started buying it here too. Also have owned this in my portfolio. So just have to wait and see. Let's see, where are we at on the sectors? So we did have only one of the 16 sectors we followed did finish in the green. Of course, that one sector was the gold index, which is, we followed the GOX. It was up 1%. The weakest sectors were the semiconductors. We followed the SOX, SOX, and the oil services sector, the OSX. Both lost about 3.5%. Let's take a quick look at the VIX. VIX, we're still down in this area. Got a little pop. Like I said, we're kind of getting to this trend line. I would expect a pop right around here. As we get near touching this trend line again, it did. VIX is still pretty low though. Real quick, if you are looking for a trade or investment, Marvell Technology, MRVL, it's a good company. It had good earnings this last time. I think it would make a great long-term investment. It also setting up here for a potential trade. It's got a shoulder here, it's got head here, and it's got a shoulder it's starting to develop here. If this does develop, and this really we shouldn't go much past down here. We shouldn't come and close way down in here somewhere. It'll make kind of an ugly inverted head and shoulders. But if it does turn and go back up, if this breaks out, I would expect a target of about $19.50. If it breaks out of this resistance at $16.50, you measure that from here down to here. That's how we're coming up with that. That's $3. Tack that on $3 on top of that, you get $19.50. Time frame is how long it took to build a pattern. We'll just call it 3 months, just to round it up, make it easy, whatever. All right, so you might want to keep an eye on that for a trade, or you could actually do an investment. You could buy a partial investment here. I would actually feel comfortable buying this one lower if it does have a sell-off and pull back deeper. But you could definitely buy here, and if it breaks out with volume, you could add to your position up here. So let's go over to the current market signals. On the InvestSharp website, we follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. All three indices remain on buy signals. There were no changes to the point and figure price objectives. I did mention yesterday about the NASDAQ should have support around 2190. Well, that didn't last too long. So let's take a look here at some charts real quick. The point and figure on the Dow. See here, down in here, we've got we should have some good strong support around 10,100 on the Dow. Let's keep an eye on that. Look at the NASDAQ. We're still looking at this big old pull up. Of course, we're still on its own. We really don't have a lot of support. Like I said, we could have some support here where we bounced that 2140 a little bit. We did bounce that off that today, but I would say the next level of support, which isn't a lot of support, but it'd be right around here, around 22,100, something like that. So keep an eye on that. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and remember to always invest sharp.